3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to another episode of Questlog. It's a weekly show about video games old and new. My name is Tyler Everett, and I am joined once again by the one and only Luke Phillips. How's it going, man?
Hey, the one and only, yes.
Yeah, the one and only. I chose my words wisely. The other two are missing in action right now. I'm not sure where they are, but if they come to, if they wash up on the shore, we'll throw them in the boat and bring them along for the ride. How's that?
Do you think they're in the brig?
Maybe they're in the brig. Yeah, it's Kring's birthday, so he may have had a little too much grog. Happy birthday to Aaron Kring. Know you're listening out there somewhere. And yeah, and Brian, I imagine I imagine he'll be around. We'll see. If he comes around, we'll add him to the call. We'll get him in here. No big deal. But as of right now, it's the two amigos, just like the other night in our adventures in Sea of Thieves.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Tyler. Don't we have another birthday today?
Do we? Oh
Switch.
Yeah, you're right. The Nintendo Switch. I can't believe it was already a year ago, man.
It's been a year.
It's been a year.
1 year ago, I got convinced to drive 45 minutes and stand in line for an hour, and yeah, then go to work the next morning.
I remember my interest in the Nintendo Switch going from like very, very lukewarm when I first heard about it to like, okay, I gotta have one of those things pretty quick. And the thing that did it was seeing Zelda in action. I was like, oh man, that is a system seller for sure. Like, just seeing that they completely redid what a Zelda game is was enough for me to be sold on the whole system. So
yeah, considering I didn't plan on buying one, I was dead set against it until like 3 hours before launch.
Yeah, they were super hard to get. I mean, that was a big.
Were they though?
Well, I mean, they were supposed to be. Like, pre-orders were sold out everywhere. They weren't supposed to have extras, and then at the last minute, we got a tip that like, hey, the Best Buy in town is gonna have extras, and so yeah.
It's only because we had insider info, a little insider trading going on.
Yeah, some previous connections helped us out there a ton for sure. But yeah, we convinced you to come along, and we had ourselves a little Nintendo Switch party at the Best Buy. It was good. But
and they've sold how many Switches?
That's a great question.
Looks like 4.8 million as of January.
I know that it's already outperformed the Wii U, yep, in its first year of release. It's one of the best selling, like the fastest selling consoles I think Nintendo's ever put out.
It's the fastest selling console in US history, I believe.
That's crazy. Even beating the Wii out, that's nuts. So yeah, man, I'm super happy with mine.
I don't play mine a ton. I'm still waiting for a lot of the really interesting games to hit it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Zelda, obviously awesome. Mario Odyssey, really, really good. Still waiting for Hollow Knight. Release dates are hard for me to read, apparently.
They're hard for all of us to read, apparently.
Yeah. Yoshi, looking really good. Even Kirby's looking good. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick it up right away or not, but it's kind of on my radar.
Yeah, I'm starting to see some like early access, or not early access, but like, you know, previews and stuff go up for that, and it does seem interesting. I liked the Kirby games that I used to play on my NES and Super Nintendo back in the day, so I'd be up for checking out a new Kirby.
Yeah, I played the Kirby on my original OG Game Boy.
The OG Game Boy.
The gray brick that shoot through batteries left and right.
Yep.
That was a good time.
Yep. I think every Kirby level every Kirby game has a level where you fight a big old tree with a big nose.
Yep.
I think it's like a requirement. And I saw a preview of that in the new Kirby game, so I'm on board. With this. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, happy birthday to the Nintendo. It's been a great gaming system. and they can add a couple more little things maybe for 2018. My 2018 wish list is still kind of basically my 2017 wish list.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, it's a year old, and we still, one, have no virtual console, of course. And two, they're not really talking about their online play all that much. That's been pushed back to the fall time. So it's
Yeah.
still got a janky voice chat system. I still can't watch my Netflix on it.
Yeah, I'd love to get some videos, you know, my HBO Goes, my Netflix, my Hulu's, all those on there. Wouldn't hate a web browser, you know, just in a pinch. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, 2018.
2018, man. We
Cool little
fingers
system. Just
crossed.
don't know what Nintendo's priorities are. I guess it's making cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe we'll all be talking about Labo in a couple months here. So
Yeah,
we'll
I'm gonna
see.
watch Netflix on my Labo.
Have your Nintendo Switch walk over to you, and then yeah, display some Netflix for you. That'll be good.
Is
That'll
that
be
gonna be
good.
like a DJ Roomba?
I hope so.
That'd be kind of cool.
Can I call it DJ Khaled?
Can,
DJ Khaled, and then it walks in the room. No, I don't want that. Never mind. The future is grim.
so
I don't
it's a bit
want
of a
that at all.
throwback to a conversation earlier, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Anyway, hey, let's get into what we've been playing, huh? Oh man, we've been playing some Sea of Thieves. Dude.
Yeah, on the
It's so
weekends at
good.
least.
On the weekends, yeah. They've for the past 3 weeks in a row now,
Yeah, 3 weeks now.
they've had a what they call a scale test going on for the Sea of Thieves or not really a closed beta. It's a half open beta, I guess.
It's a closed beta on that. It almost seems like there's a maze to go through to get to it.
Right, yeah, like they just kind of hide the cheese there a little bit. It seems like it's not hard. You have to like click 3 things, install 3 apps, and you're good to go. But yeah, that's closed enough for some people, I guess. But yeah, man. So last week we had I think 3 people going. It was you, me, and Brian. At one point,
Yep, for a bit.
did Kring get in there ever with you?
Side note, looks like we do have a Maxwell Skypeable.
Oh yeah, let's bring him in real quick. I'm sure that'd be good. He says he's in the Skype, but I don't see him in the Skype. Here, let's see what we can do. See Aaron Kring in the Skype too. Let's try. Time out, everybody.
Intermission.
Intermission. I have a. Oh, here he is.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up?
Should I turn on the old video?
Yeah.
Or is that going to mess with your...
Nah, I'll fix it. We're just taking a little. We'll fix it in post. It's fine. We'll fix it in post. Here, let me just fix the Skype. Oh. Skype.
I didn't know y'all had started.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been in Skype for like 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see you in there. Like, it just showed up, and so we were talking in the Hangout, and your face was in there, but you weren't, apparently.
Have you updated to the latest version of Skype?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's the best one.
Yeah, you got to get the one with all the features.
Oh, see, that's what I keep doing wrong, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember how I told you it wasn't going to screw anything up? It done screwed everything up. Do ya? I'm going to fix it, though. That's what I do. I fix things.
I did fall asleep tonight, though.
Oh, yeah?
Hey.
That's all right.
Hello.
That's all right. Here, we're going to fix this up. Shorter. Make my video a little bigger. Find it.
Did we already wish Aaron Kring a happy birthday? Or wish Sean Kemp?
Yeah, yep, I did that.
It was mentioned.
Hey, there we go. Okay. Let's transition that. Yeah, we were just starting to talk about some Sea of Thieves.
All right. I can get down with that.
Yeah. Here we go.
We'll just reset the pins. Bring the lights back up for a minute.
I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'll do. Here we go, everyone.
We'll clear the auditorium.
Clear the auditorium. Yep. We're do another take.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do the music again. We're just gonna start from scratch.
Everyone's gotta, I know you heard the jokes, but just laugh. Laugh at them.
Yeah, pretend it's still funny. Let's try it like this. Let's talk about what we've been playing. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Episode 67.
Yeah, hype.
Like magic.
We almost nailed it.
Yeah, almost. Brian, welcome to the show. It's good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah. We were just about to talk about some Sea of Thieves.
All right.
About the games that we've been playing this week.
A little bit of pirate booty.
A little bit, a lot of it. What was it? Was it last Saturday that we all played right after the show?
Yes.
Yeah, that was real good. So the three of us got in there. I
sensed all of your enthusiasm, and I had to come here to balance it all out a little bit.
There you go. Yeah. Here we go.
Sea of Thieves.
Oh, okay. Brian.
Carry on.
Well, we had lots of fun. You were very tired. You had other circumstances
there was a
that were
of events.
Yes. Your house became chaos for a minute, and
didn't a random child appear?
Yeah.
Yep.
We were in the tall grass, and a random battle happened.
Yeah, I was trying to get Rob into the call and into the game, and there were a lot of things. It's fine.
Yeah. So then you bailed out, and we got Rob in the chat. Hey, what's up? And we sailed around and did a bunch of nonsense with him, and it was really good. And
I sailed through a storm.
That's all I want to do anymore, dude. I just want to be a pirate. I think I was the least stoked about this game, like, going into it, and I think I'm probably the most excited now. Like, I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I'm not too far behind you, but yeah, you you are all about the game right now, which is great.
Yeah. So we played a bunch that night, had a bunch of crazy shenanigans. Luke and I played a little bit last night, and
until like 2 a.m. or something. That's when I went to bed and you kept playing.
I stayed up and did a little solo saluting. But yeah, it was just the two of us, so we tried the smaller boat out, the sloop, and learned a lot of tricks. Yeah, sloop with a P.
It's sloop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turns out. But yeah, and then I applied those tricks when I was on my own, which was pretty good. But I had a real crazy moment. So Luke bailed out, I think around 2 a.m. and we had accomplished much, and I should have just called it. But I kept playing, and about 25 minutes in, I'm like really relaxed. I'm kind of I don't really have an objective. I'm just sailing around, exploring, and I see one of the masts from a sunken ship sticking up out of the ground and the birds circling around it. So I'm like, oh, yep, I remember we found a really good treasure down there. So I'm going to stop, drop anchor, go try to find that treasure. And when I come back up, there is another player on my ship. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, crap. So I'm reloading. I'm trying to sneak back onto my ship. And he's below deck. So I quick, like, pull up the anchor and start going, and then I go down there and look for him. I take a shot at him. He's over by my cannonballs and stuff, and it goes right through him. I'm like, what the hell? So I turn around and run back up, and he's following behind me, swinging his sword at me, but it's going right through me. And I'm like, what is going on here? And then it clicks that like the game has thrown in somebody else in place of Luke. Like, I was not expecting
I'm David,
to do that.
the temp agency sent me.
Yeah. And I didn't know that my mic was like
Is this
on.
the place?
I didn't know that my mic was on and he could hear me, but I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, get off my boat. And he goes, make me. And I'm like, oh crap, sorry. I just don't want you here. It's not you.
It's not you, it's me.
I was kind of trying to be alone.
I work here, dude.
I was kind of trying to be alone, and yeah, he just started trolling me. He's just ringing the bell constantly, trying to get to the helm and stuff, and I'm like, this isn't gonna work. So I took the boat and just ran it aground right into a bunch of rocks and stuff, and then bailed. I was like, nope, not about to try to babysit this guy. But yeah,
It was fun up until then.
Yeah, it was real fun up until that moment.
I did a little bit of solo play yesterday after work as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I went into a existing group, 3 people who were on a galleon together.
Oh, okay.
And I was, the 4th person. I could obviously tell these people were in chat of their own or something. They were just working too well as a team.
You were the temp.
I was the temp.
You were the
time,
David.
yeah. And but no, it was really cool. These guys are really great, and even though I wasn't chatting with them because they were on Xbox, I could have turned on voice chat or whatever. Yeah, it was awesome. And we were just going around and just sinking other ships together and having a great time. And we were fighting this other galleon and just shooting cannonballs into it. And I turned away for a few seconds and look back, and they're all gone. I'm like, where'd all my people go? Like, they're all just missing. So I got this whole galleon to myself. I check out my the crew tab. Yep, they're all still in the game. What the fuck is going on? So I noticed that we're heading right towards these massive rocks. So I start getting onto the wheel, and I turn us on the direction, drop anchor, turn us around, start sailing again. I'm like, well, I guess I don't have a crew anymore. Boom, they all 3 respawn on the boat and just like start cheering at me and doing their ahoy emos and things and stuff like that. And yeah, they actually launched themselves out of the cannons to go attack the other boat, and they were happy that I saved their boat.
That's
It was just a random encounter, and they just worked together, and they're just so happy that I just stayed behind without having to be told.
Luke, you and I got real aggressive last night while we were playing.
Yeah, we did.
We turned in a couple what are they called? Voyages. Yep, turned in a few chests from that, and then we picked up another one, and now on our way out, we're like, well, that's a galleon up there. What do you want to do? Luke's just like, yup, let's do it.
You know what we're doing.
So I think it was the first one. It was anchored, I think, and we just tried to ram it. Like we
didn't try. We did.
Shit, we were successful. Yeah. And I hop out and I start trying to like board their ship, and I'm like, oh, I think I got this guy. And just as I'm about to, I just died, and I didn't really know what happened. And Luke didn't say anything at the time, but I'm like, he's fighting these dudes and staying alive. I'm like, okay, I'm almost back. And we end up, I respawn, and Luke's killed most of them. And then I rode up, and I think that was the point where I took their ship. Was that the other one?
No,
that was the second one.
This is the one where the reason you died is because the guy you were fighting had a gunpowder barrel.
Yeah. And
I shot him with my pistol, and he was right between both boats. And so I get on their boat. I managed to loot a few things. It's sinking, so I jump off, go to get on our boat, and it's sinking because I blew massive holes in both of them.
That's right. Yep. So that one was a. I don't know. I would say we're just about even.
Yeah, well, if anything, we were ahead because we only sunk a sloop and we sunk a galleon.
There you go.
So,
There you
like,
go.
we lost a sloop, they lost a galleon. That's a win for us.
The
You're
second
a
one,
real wild card, Luke.
the second one was the real fun one where we came upon a ship that was docked, and the guys were trying to get back to their ship to bring their chest on, and we ram it, and then I hop off and jump. We killed them, and then I jumped on their boat, stole it, and started driving it away. But the damage from when I rammed it started sinking it, so when they respawned, the ship went down, and Luke had managed to repair ours, and we got away. That was that was real satisfying too. So
Yeah, it was basically a GTA moment.
yeah, just smash their stuff up, leave them stranded, and then bail out. But yeah, it's a very fun game. I'm enjoying it a lot. We came across a message in a bottle that offered a very different treasure hunt.
It was a real cryptic.
Yeah, yep. It was
clue.
like it told us where to go, which island to go to, and then once we got there, we had to search for things on the island. So it was like cave paintings and sculptures and things like that. One of them required us to get our instruments out and play like near this monument for a turtle, and once we did that, it started glowing and then updated the map with the next clue. There's some real cool stuff like that.
That's neat. I think the very first thing we ever found, Luke, was a message in a bottle. I think it was something like that, where it was just like 2 lines. It was like, oh, look for the mermaid's tail, and the crown will point you the way. And like, I don't know what anything is in this game. This doesn't make any sense.
The first one I found was a, hey, this skeleton captain is found around this island, and you need to kill him or something. I don't think we ever actually found that island or that captain, but yeah, then there was a riddle that we didn't really understand either. But now that I've got a few hours into the game, it's all the stuff is just starting to click together and make a ton of sense. But yeah, it was really cool. Like, there was one that was like, you have to hold your light up high next to a certain symbol on this rock, and granted, we were at the wrong symbol for the first few minutes, but once we found it, it was really cool just to hold up this lantern, and this painting on this rock lights up, updates your map, and go around. And I think we had to do 4 different riddles, I think, on that map.
Yep.
Or 5, and then we got the treasure chest.
And it was a big one. It was like one of the big lads.
Captain's chest.
Yeah. It's like 800 gold or something like that in there. It was pretty good.
So, I did read that there's supposed to be 3 factions total. One is the voyages that we've been seeing last 3 weeks. Another one that's supposed to be mostly a PvE quest. You have to go to an island with skeletons on it, kill skeletons, kill a boss on there, and then you get treasure from them. And then the third one is a merchant faction, which sounds like you'll be going to an island, picking up cargo, and delivering it somewhere else. So, got a little bit of variety to them.
That sounds
I'm very curious to see what 1.0 looks like.
Yeah. Another 27 days, I think. So, it's definitely a little rough around the edges. The menu
March
system
20th?
is still garbage. 30th, I thought.
I thought it was 20th.
Yeah, there's a lot of roughness to it still, but we'll see.
Yeah. What about you, Brian? What have you been into this week?
I've been playing Monster Hunter.
I've never heard of this
Surprise! Yep. Yep, I've been hunting all the monsters. I'm up to like 80 hours.
Wow.
Got no real signs of slowing down. I'm super into it. I'm still encountering new kinds of enemies. Like trying out different weapons.
Didn't you say that the DLC, or not DLC, but like the event armor for Horizon is active right now?
Yeah, I got that last night.
Cool.
It's kind of weird, like when your character's wearing it, she looks just like Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, like head to toe. It's not
Even
just like, oh, this armor looks like her armor. Yeah.
Gotcha. So it's like a skin for it. That's cool.
Right. Not as good as the wiggly worm helmet that I got, though. You saw that?
Did you share a picture?
Yeah, I'm not sure anything can really beat that.
Nope. It's like I've got a like a 3-foot neck. I'm a blue dinosaur person running around in this armor now.
My first
It
thought
took
was
me a
like,
moment when you
hello,
posted
fellow
that.
monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, like I don't really see it. Like, oh, that's the helmet. Okay.
Yep. Yep. I've been using the hammer just as much as the bow now. I'm feeling more comfortable switching it up. I picked up the long sword again today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
I
big
like
like
all the different
katana-like thing,
weapons.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to change it up, so.
You do any multiplayer yet?
Nope.
Still not
Nah,
into that. No, okay.
no, it's not really appealing. Not with randos.
Hmm. I was listening to another podcast and they were kind of saying the opposite. Like one of their things they like to do is just get into people's games and help people do stuff, and that seems like it could be fun. Just hop in
Yeah,
and like, oh, let's all go kill the thing together.
I'm not sure how to answer an SOS call either. So, yeah, I might try that one time. I haven't counted anything that I can't handle on my own yet. At least
Gotcha.
after some effort.
Gotcha.
I haven't fought an Elder Dragon yet though. Like that's right where I'm at. My first Elder Dragon fight, so that might change my mind.
Cool, man. What else you been into?
I played a game called Please Knock on My Door this week.
Yeah.
It's a sad little indie game where you're a dude what lives alone in an apartment, and it's like a depression kind of. You've got like a mental health score to manage, and you're going to work, and everything is sad and bleak and awful. And I didn't love it. It wasn't super well done.
Oh, okay.
Like I played one called Depression Quest a few years ago, which is the worst name, but I thought that was really well done.
Mm-hmm.
That was more just like a text adventure, like a choose your own adventure, sort of, for lack of a better term. But
yep.
I enjoyed the way that one was done, the way certain options were grayed out. It was like, it's been a long day at work and your girlfriend wants to go to this party and you don't want to go. Do you A, just call and cancel and go home and go to sleep? Or B, go to the party and not have fun because you don't want to be there? Or C, just, it's like suck it up and,
power through it and be excited and
go
get
there
the
and have
and
fun. Just overcome it. Just have fun. And it's like, nope, that's grayed out. You don't get to choose that.
Yep, I remember that being super relatable and eye-opening, and
this one was a little more heavy-handed and not quite as well done for me.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, please knock on my door, or don't. Just don't.
Yeah,
Pass
it was all right.
Maybe.
Yeah, no one's home.
I'm okay with these little narrative games, but this one didn't quite land for me.
Speaking of, this is a game that I wasn't planning.
Speaking of land?
Speaking of little narrative games.
Damn it.
Almost.
Sorry.
Almost. Thanks for the assist, though. I was not expecting to talk about Red Strings Club again this week.
Yeah.
But I finished it, and upon finishing it, I immediately booted it back up and started over again and played through it again. The game has a pretty cool... It has like a fast forward button, so you can skip through the dialogue that you've already experienced. It's mostly a dialogue based game, and your different kind of choose your own adventure style responses that you can. The ending I didn't think was super strong, but
yeah.
I felt like it was still,
the journey was good.
Right.
I didn't love the way the story wrapped up. It felt kind of like, oh, this is a standard future sci-fi.
Right.
Hey, corporations are bad. The internet, everything's bad.
Yeah. There is, like, just in talking to you though, and kind of comparing our playthroughs, there is quite a variance in what you can experience at the very end of the game. So,
yeah,
I'd be really interested to hear how like a second playthrough went for you, Brian.
I might do that.
Gave it a go, but
I imagine it's pretty short if you can skip some of the dialogue, because it was like maybe 3 hours, the first time through. So
I think my second playthrough I probably finished in about 40 minutes or so, just because I already knew, like, I wasn't spending a bunch of time poring over stuff.
Right. You already know the major story beats.
Yeah, the segment you're seeing here where you're crafting the different modules, you're playing as the android and like crafting these different modules. I banged all of those out, just just hammered them all out super quick because I knew what I was doing. And
assembly line, yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a neat game. It asks some very interesting questions beyond just like what's free will and what's consciousness. It delves like just a layer deeper into like questioning the morality behind some of those stances that seem pretty black and white at times. And I don't know, is
it okay to take away everyone's free will if it means everyone's happy and everyone's safe?
And what if you couldn't tell the difference?
Right.
Like, what if you could still be rebellious and still be, you, but you couldn't hit a certain threshold of low, and you couldn't get to the point where fear was dictating your actions and stuff. It's a neat thing. I'm glad I played it, and yeah, I recommend everybody check it out if you get the time. Yeah, I think that sums up what we've played so far, if I'm not mistaken. Did I miss anything?
I think you're good.
I don't think so.
Kring is in a birthday-induced coma, but he's been playing some Shadow of the Colossus, so maybe we'll get him in next week and he can tell us about that, because that looks awesome. It's one of my favorite games ever, and I'm stoked to hear how that remake turned out.
It's real good.
I bet it is. Well, hey, let's jump into some news, huh? Well, I don't know if there's a combination of words that was more prevalent in 2017 than loot boxes, and most of 2018 so far, but they aren't going away. And it looks like the ESRB's new warning labels kind of take aim at those specifically. So, yeah, what do you guys think about this?
It seems to be almost like a symbolic, like, hey, we're addressing the problem, and you can leave us alone. And I don't know that they're really addressing the problem, but if it gets the government to stay out of it, I'm okay with it. I mean, like every app, on the App Store says in-game purchases included. This sounds like it's going to be that, which doesn't really tell you a whole lot. I think a lot of people aren't going to look or notice or care. I mean, I think the real problem is like randomized in-game purchases where you don't know what you're spending your money on, and this doesn't really address that in any way at all.
Aren't there some countries that are trying to label that as a form of gambling and kind of banning it?
Yeah,
I think so. I think in China and Germany, it's
the Germany.
They have stricter rules on gambling and that sort of thing. So, I think the problem is like what you're saying, Brian. They don't make any distinction between, well, you can purchase an extra level for a game, or you can purchase a map pack, or you can purchase, a whole story campaign or something like that, versus you can buy a box that might have something in it or not.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's probably a ranking of these things, and we could come up with different grades or something like that for those too, that might be more helpful to parents and people that are at risk for those kinds of things.
It's definitely icky because they're preying on people's addictive tendencies. I think that's what they're going for. I mean, to be honest, we want the people who are just can afford to spend hundreds of dollars and not care about it.
Right. But it's hard to decipher between the people who can afford to do that and the people who can't help themselves from doing that. It's yeah, I've heard I think Vinny on the Giant Beastcast mentioned something like even just like a notification or something that says like, hey, this is what you spent in the game last week.
In the last 30 days you have spent $67.
Right.
Would you like to make this purchase?
Right. And you know, maybe it's a thing you can click off or whatever, but it might help at least help you keep track of that. I know one time I added up all my purchases in Heroes of the Storm and I was like, whoa, okay. I need to curb that because that isn't sustainable. Yeah. I'm with you there. Well, combining politics and video games some more, in light of the recent violence that's happening in our country, video games are once again in the spotlight of blame. So, hey guys, if we just take care of all the violence in video games, people are gonna be okay, apparently.
Yep, gotta have a scapegoat.
The president has been talking quite a bit about violent video games and violent media and glorifying violence in the wake of these recent shootings and things like that. Apparently he announced that he is going to have a summit where he talks with video game companies to decide what they're going to do about this. But it turns out that so far none of the video game companies know what he's talking about, and there isn't anything actually scheduled, but it's supposed to take place like next week.
Surprise.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll tweet it.
It's going to be a huge success.
You know the way to fix all this?
Just unplug everything.
The video games industry just needs lobbyists to donate millions of dollars to politicians, and then it won't be a problem anymore.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's how that works.
I think you're right.
EA just needs to sell a few more loot boxes to get that money.
Here we go. Oh man, here we go. Maybe we can have loot boxes based on our congressmen and women,
and give them a cut and a portion of the proceeds.
Loot box, it goes straight to them.
Yep. Problem solved.
You just revolutionized gaming and politics.
That's not bad, right?
We did it.
We did it. We fixed it. We fixed the internet, everyone.
We made America great again.
Oh man, I don't know. This kind of stuff always just bothers me because I feel like we solved this. We've answered this question. There's been countless studies that show that being exposed to violent video games does not make you more violent. It doesn't make you more aggressive. At worst, it can desensitize you to seeing other acts of violence, which I don't think is a great thing. I think that's where, you know, responsible parents have to step in, and we do have a rating system that, you know...
Watching the news does the same thing.
Watching the news does do the same thing. We have the ESRB to tell us, you know, what kind of stuff you're going to experience in a game. Retailers do not sell, at least are not supposed to sell games that are M-rated to minors and things like that. So I kind of feel like
that was the answer the last time the government was going to step in was, okay, we'll police ourselves. Look, we've got ratings. Okay.
That was the other thing is Trump mentioned that. He mentioned something like having ratings like movies do. And I wanted to just scream at my monitor like, we have that. Have you... Has no one showed you a video game yet? Like, it's right on the box. ETM, all those. It's already there. Problem solved. You did it. Good job. Now you can shut down the summit. Don't worry. We got this. Well, I think that's all we got for this week, guys. It's been a little shorter one this week, but hey, that's just the way the news goes. I had to get my Rick and Morty quote in there. Thank you so much for everybody that showed up Brian, I'm glad you could make it. Kring, we'll catch you next week, I'm sure. Luke, thanks for being here. And to all of you at home listening and watching at questlogcast.com or at twitch.tv/questlogcast, we appreciate you. Big thanks to Visager for the music that you're hearing right now and throughout the show. You can find more of their music at visager.bandcamp.com. And yeah, catch us next week, episode 68. We're counting correctly now. We're back on track. And yeah, we'll see y'all then.
All right. Have a good week.
Take care.